Previously on Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse.
Huh? What are you two doing here? Pull out a gun, fucking eat shit, motherfucker, bam! Oh, Showa!
What the hell, user?
Fuck her, she cut my head off! And she killed all my friends!
Yeah, but like, dude, you didn't even convince me yet.
Yeah, same my mind. It's just faster to do it this way. All right, let's go.
The end. And now back to it's NicoB! Back with some more Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. Where we last left off. All right, everyone's dead, including Yuza, except not really, but that's okay. We're gonna figure something out, like who the real killer is. And didn't really actually take us that long. It's Kiko. Yeah, it was Kiko. And oh my God, she's right there, all covered in blood. And she's like, Sato, you need to come with me. And she's like, okay. And so then she leaves. And then she kills Tsukasa and Azami. And then the storm comes and kills everybody else. The end. Yeah, that's it. That's where the game ended. Yep, that never got any better than that. Okay, fine, you silly billies. In reality, Yuza, learning this knowledge after touching the Tamakazuki, now knows that she's a crazy bitch, which means he's gotta change the past to save the future. So he confronts Tsukasa and basically tells her a bunch of stuff. And then we, as the player, go around helping Yumiko and Soto go to the right place to make important discoveries. And we help Avi and Cersei uncover that Tsukasa's the killer. Make sure not to take that mirror and make sure to throw that business card away, which I didn't even know would kill him, but it would have. And then what's that? Our actions have pushed Yumiko and Avi to finally meet. I mean, granted, they met Cersei before where they did that battle, but this is the first time Avi and them are meeting. And it's cool, man. Everything's sort of like kind of fall into place here. It's all coming together. I'm actually surprised that in the last episode, that one episode, we uncovered who the bad guy was, and we actually did end up stopping them, essentially. I really wasn't expecting Avi to be the one to, like, essentially catch her. I thought Yuza would getting his payback for getting his head chopped off. I am curious who our person, who we are, will end up being. Will it be, like, some weird, like, I'm also Yuza from another timeline thing or whatever? Or simply, like, one of the, like, Tadamari or something, you know, one of the Heike folks or something. Or will I just be that one dude from the last game and I'm just back again for some fucking reason? Who knows, man? There could be so many things. I do have to wonder, I don't know why this one's not completed yet. I don't know if it's because we're now switching perspectives. Like, okay, we're gonna hop back once we completed this. Or if it's like, I have to, like, accept the mirror and get my ass kicked or something to see this one. I mean, I prefer not to get the game over there if I don't have to. Or get my ass kicked by the mirror or the business card or something. But I guess we'll see. But anyway, last episode, Zeke Greymon237 said, I love the fact that Avi, the guy who's only here for the sake of adventure, 1, gets the mermaid's treasure box, 2, obtains 2 curse stones, 3, caused the death of 2 Ama divers, and 4, is personally responsible for preventing the massacre of an entire island, with Cersei's help, of course. He's definitely writing an absolute banger of a novel when this whole thing is over. I know, right? Bro, you can't make this shit up and make a video game out of it. It's impossible. You can't possibly. It's practically writing itself. Thank God real life is so interesting and full of all this crazy bullshit and supernatural powers and stuff. At least I think that's good. Granted, it also leads to all these people dying horrible deaths. You probably never feeling safe because spirits are out there waiting, watching, ready to murder you at a moment's notice. But hey, superpowers, cool. But anyway, Zeke, thank you so much. Your hilariously accurate comment of Avi. And it's that reason you are comment of the day. Oh yeah, you guys pointed out a cool detail. So, you know, in the intro, when we touched the Tamakazuki, we saw like glimpses, right, of like people dying. So that's basically what Yuza saw. Those are the glimpses into the future that he saw. That we get a glimpse of in that moment. That's cool. That's really cool. There's so much about these games, and in this game really, where they really, I'd say the creativity of this game in a lot of ways is how they just like handle the timeline stuff. Like they really fuck with you in this game, right? Like even essentially, I swear to God, it almost feels like this thing over here, it's like it literally just shows like the happy ending like before we even got to it, but didn't even explain how we got to it and like what's even going on. The way that it like it doesn't move events forward until after you've seen them, and then it shows you where they actually are in the timeline. It's really cool. I really liked how they did that in this game. But all right, finally, the confrontation between Avi and Cersei versus Yumiko and Soto. They will battle to the death. Nah, I'm kidding. They're probably gonna work together. They better not kill each other. I'll be pissed. Look at Cersei. Look at her. Look at her looking at you right now, Penguin. She's judging you. She's judging you so hard. She's like,
why are you all such silly little billies? Why is everyone talking about Avi when everyone knows I'm the best character in this game?
oh, sorry. I'm the most popular. I'm just so fucking sexy. And I've got 2 curse stones, which probably makes me more powerful than you.
Nuh-uh.
Aha. That's not like a conversation they'd really have. Anyway. Yumiko believes the key to dispelling the curse of the raging waves lies in the curse of the forsaken fish curse stone. That's a mouthful. She arrives in Kamishita to trace the steps of the 2 foreigners. And then immediately finds them. Actually, we're probably going to be hopping just before they meet. Never mind, so shut up. Hi, so I see. So you would be Mrs. Shiki, and you say you're a member of the police department currently looking after Cersei. My apologies for all the trouble young Cersei caused you the other day. She's quite the mischievous little lady, I'm afraid. Hopefully you guys didn't mind I was in the middle of murdering somebody on a boat out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, not at all. She really has some pluck for one so young. Took us quite by surprise, in fact. You would be Cersei's guardian, then?
Oh no, we're related, to be sure, but she's really more my guide cum bodyguard, if anything.
I see. Since when was I your bodyguard as well? I'm afraid that circumstances may dictate that we have to take Cersei back to Tokyo with us, though.
Is that so? That would be quite the bother.
Personally, I'd rather avoid having to do so as well. There's a case here that needs our urgent attention, you see. So I'd appreciate if you cooperated without any fuss.
That would depend on what you ask, I'm afraid. Oh wait, sorry, I'm playing as you again. I was like, wait, who am I again? So I'm Yumiko now. Which perspectives even am I anymore? Where's the bird? Where's the fucking bird? I think I've actually technically been. Oh wow, he was in the shade. It's a peacock. Oh wait, no, it's a turkey. Damn, he was in the shade, bro. He was hiding good. Only 4 more. I feel like I better finding the birds in this game than I was in the last game. Tango and turkey, damn boy. I'm really getting them as they show up here.
I currently stand in front of the Torii at the top of the hill. The elevation gives us a beautiful view of both the town and the bay. People were starting to gather at the jetty, so we decided to move our conversation here.
Oh yeah, turn my visibility on. I can't see shit. I feel like this mechanic has turned out to be a whole lot of nothing, really. Like, it literally at no point. Oh, I can see. What? Why, you're telling me I could use this night vision to see the bird better? I didn't even need it though. I mean, okay, cool, but that only helps for her section specifically. That's not enough of a gimmick to have this thing here. Like, seriously, all we did was uncover that Sato was an 800-year-old immortal, and that was like baked into the game. It wasn't like a choice of mine, which feels a little bit like a missed opportunity. Let's see, anything else here? Any other surroundings or whatever? Let me think to myself.
I'm glad we found these 2 so quickly. Having Soto track down their spiritual energy was the right call.
Yes, it was all his doing and had nothing to do with me. Oh, you guys did also mention that technically we did sort of see what happened with Avi and Cersei, because we ran to them as Yuza in the timeline where everyone dies. She was like, she ends up getting sick, right? And they have to leave, and I guess that's just kind of the end after that. So I guess they probably survived.
Our foremost priority is to find the curse stone housing the curse of the forsaken fish, so we can learn how to lift the curse of the raging waves. And from everything we've learned so far, it's most likely in possession of these 2 foreigners. Soda mentioned when we arrived on Kamishima that the energy from the curse of the raging waves has grown much stronger since we were last here. As such, everything else is on the back burner until we have dealt with it. We need to find out how to lift it as soon as possible. Soda's keeping a close eye on Avi and Cersei for me. This thanks to his clear understanding of our respective roles, I can focus fully on the conversation at hand. Soto, what do you make of these 2?
I could sense an ominous spiritual energy lingering around them. It's all but certain that they have curse stones.
I've actually got 2 now. Pretty dope.
I see. We don't have time to play games then. Seems like a direct approach will be best here. Oh, wait, you mean both of them have curse stones?
Yes, both of them. The girl has managed to camouflage the energy from the one she has, but I managed to get sight of it for a moment.
So we're dealing with 2 curse stones, are we?
The energy from the curse of the raging waves is currently permeating the island. It's so strong I almost missed the energy from the curse stones.
Cersei's currently meant to be in the care of the paranormal affairs, but is shirking her training to travel around the country instead. She's very talented for one so young, and has a lot of guts too. I can't help but root for people like her, more than anything. I know how they feel. I'd like to leave her be if possible. This man, Avi, apparently a fantasy writer, but he comes across as quite the shifty sort. I don't doubt he'll start trying to throw us off his trail the moment he senses danger. I'll have to watch my step around him. By the way, Cersei, I was told to tell you to return to Tokyo at once if I saw you. What? But I don't want to. I thought you'd say that. Well, I was only asked to tell you. No more, no less. What you choose to do with the message is up to you. Thanks, I think. If you want to know what happened, ask Avi. I will, thank you. What were you doing down at the jetty just now?
Oh? So you didn't see anything that happened before that, then?
Would it be inconvenient for you if we had?
Nonsense! My hands are as clean as my conscience. Not a spot in sight, I assure you.
Never mind that now. We don't have the time. There are several things we want to ask you.
Oh? And what would those be?
First, I think we should talk about the incident this morning. Miss Somakawa was discovered washed up on the Futamigoro coast as a corpse, with half her body having been turned into a fish.
Well, I'll be. To think she would meet such a fate. I'm truly sorry to hear that.
This wouldn't be your doing, would it? We have eyewitness reports that you were seen 2 days ago, heading out to sea with Miss Somakawa by boat.
Ah, well. We did indeed head out into the bay for a little chat, but turning her into a fish? Not in a million years. I don't exactly know how obviously he's going to talk his way out of this one, man.
What did you discuss with Miss Somakawa, then?
Why, what else? Mermaids, of course.
Mermaids?
Indeed. Cersei and I are here in Ise Shima on a grand adventure to find mermaids. And we just happened to find out that Miss Somakawa was a member of a clan with a strong relation to them. Of course she would catch our interest.
I see. So you knew that Miss Somakawa was a descendant of the sole survivor of Taishima.
Oh! So you knew that too? I suppose I should expect nothing less of a member of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the mermaids of Taishima as well, would you?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Did you learn what you wanted from Miss Somakawa then?
I love this. I love these camera angles, man. They add so much.
Oh yes, we got quite the haul of lucrative information from her. The knowledge that one of the Taishima mermaids lived hidden in the depths of Ise Bay until a scant few months ago, for one.
What?
Oh? That caught your interest in it?
I see. She must have been able to go back to Ryugu when the seal broke 3 months ago.
So even you know about Ryugu. You seem quite well versed in these matters, Miss Shiki. Or Mrs. Shiki.
Maybe just a bit.
I think she's gonna be the other mermaid. I think it's her. I think that's. Yeah, I think that, and that explains why she has the vision. Why is she able to recognize other people who are like entered your immortals? Because that all seems like really specific. It seems like she also sort of also gets like the spiritual energy around things, right? But I feel like that might be like potentially a lingering effect from when she was a mermaid, right? Before she like turned herself human.
So, now that you know that there are no longer any mermaids to be found here, have you given up looking for them?
Hardly. There should be one more mermaid out there somewhere. We're here today to see if we can't glean some hint as to her whereabouts, in fact.
Ah, I see.
Maybe she's right here.
Do you know what Miss Sumikawa did after you finished your talk?
No. Why would I? We parted ways immediately after we got back to shore. I haven't the foggiest what happened to her after that.
Where'd you learn that Miss Sumikawa to link to mermaids?
I'm very sorry, but it's against my policy to reveal the identity of my informants.
Is that so? It's no use trying to play innocent. We know you have the curse stone housing the curse of the Forsaken Fish.
What's that? A curse stone? I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest what you're on about.
Avi, they already know. Just give up already.
What's this? Stabbed in the back. And by my own kid, no less. How could you?
Its spiritual energy is too powerful to hide. I can tell that man over there has already noticed it. Thank you for the help. You saved us quite a bit of trouble just now. Does that mean you'll let us go? I'm afraid we won't be able to just yet, no. After all, you have a curse stone as well, don't you? Ah, yeah, I do. We ran into someone who was trying to use it earlier, so I took it off them. Is that so? Honestly, I'd rather you took it off my hands if possible. You don't seem to be planning to do any harm with it. So I was going to leave that topic for later. So, why are you letting Avi here walk around with the curse of the Forsaken Fish? To let him live out his dreams, I suppose. I'm afraid that makes for a poor reason.
All right. I admit it. It was all me. Behold! I didn't want to give it up, so I asked if I could hold on to it. I just couldn't let it go. After learning it had such a close link to mermaids.
I see. So that is the curse stone for the curse of the Forsaken Fish.
How did you come into possession of that curse stone?
Well, that would be a bit of a long story. It all started when I found a mermaid mummy left by my great-grandmother in the old family storage back in the States. That mermaid mummy ended up containing a map, one with a riddle to be solved, no less. That riddle led us to a mysterious box on the seabed. And once we solved the puzzle sealing the box shut, we found this curse stone nestled within.
Oh, the mermaid mummy, you say?
It seems that the keepsake passed down by your ancestor was indeed a curse stone, then.
Huh? By the by, I thought I heard you say something about the Onmyoji who sealed away this curse stone just now. Am I correct in thinking that they were the ancestor of this young man here?
That's right. He was an Onmyoji by the name of Harakage Tsuchimikado. So our character in the last game, right, was a Tsuchimikado, right? Had that same last name. I believe that was the name of our character. So it seems like technically this guy might be a descendant of the person that we were playing as in the last game. That's who our secret ghost guy was. It's said that he hid a clue to the lifting of a certain curse within a mermaid mummy. Hence our search for the object in question.
I see. And that mermaid mummy ended up crossing the Pacific, passing from hand to hand until it reached my great-grandmother. It's quite the miracle this curse stone is here with us today. Almost romantic, don't you think?
I suppose you could say that, yes.
Okay.
Now talk about Sumikawa.
There's no doubt that Miss Sumikawa was transfigured into a fish by the curse of the Forsaken Fish. It's looking extremely likely that you have the curse stone that would make that possible. No more excuses. Tell us what really happened.
Oh. All right, you've got me. I'll talk. Don't blame me if the tale ends up being too incredible for your ears.
I see. It would seem Miss Sumikawa had quite the twisted obsession with mermaids. And you sought to grant her wish by using the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Is that right?
Correct. I know exactly how it feels, you see. The burning desire to see your dreams realized. And the overwhelming despair upon learning that they can never be. The desperate hope to see even the slightest part of your wish fulfilled at the end. Perhaps that's why I couldn't ignore her wish. The wish to meet her end at the hands of a mermaid's curse. Hearing Miss Somikawa's fervent plea, and seeing her cast herself into the water like that. I knew this was the ending she wanted for her tale, and so I decided to grant it. An elegy for a woman bound by her lineage, and consumed by her obsession.
I see. I understand where you're coming from, and I can't say I don't sympathize with your feelings on the matter. The fact that she entered the water of her own accord must also be taken into account. I imagine it would have made her rescuing her quite difficult.
Oh? Then you're willing to give me a pass, are you?
I'm afraid that isn't my decision to make. Once we finish our business on Kamishima, I imagine you'll come along with us to the office back in Tokyo. I'll do my best to see if some sort of arrangement can be reached, though.
Oh? How kind of you. Good thing I thought to ask. Am I under, paranormal arrest or some shit?
Thank you for telling us what happened with Miss Somikawa. As of now, I don't see any reason to doubt your version of events.
My thanks. I'll leave the negotiating up to you, then.
By the way, did you happen to glimpse the resentful memories contained within that curse stone?
I did indeed. A veritable deluge of information. And 400-year-old information at that.
Was the way to lift the curse of the raging waves included in that information?
It certainly was.
That's it. That's what we've been looking for.
I see. So you're searching for the way to lift some curse or other, eh?
That's the long and short of it. Will you let us have that curse stone of yours, then? It's too dangerous to leave unaddressed as it is, so we can't leave it with you either way.
That just feels so unfair, you know? I was the one who found the map and solved the riddle. Why, the curse stone would still be at the bottom of the sea if it wasn't for me. And it's hardly been cheap, running back and forth like this. I don't know if I could just give you something so important for nothing in return.
Looking to take advantage of the situation, are we? Yikes.
Ha! Judge me all you want. I'm at the end of my rope here too, you know.
So, what is it you're after, then? Money?
Well, first of all, I'd like you to turn a blind eye to the fact that I used a curse stone. And I'd like you to spill the beans on any knowledge you have on mermaids as well.
Turning a blind eye might be a bit much, I'm afraid. All I can promise there is an attempt to reach some sort of deal. In any case, we don't have time to mess around. I really would appreciate if you cooperated without any further fuss. If you don't, we may end up having to get a bit rough.
Oh, intimidation, is it? But if you think your boar's threats scare me, think again. My trusty bodyguard here will...
Sorry, but no. I don't feel well, and we're at a disadvantage here anyway.
Oh, come on, Cersei! Ow! Over before it even began!
A wise decision, young lady.
That's right. This shit makes her feel sick, right? Being on this island.
So that's your game, is it? Abusing your authority to seize the property of a defenseless, powerless civilian. State violence, I say!
You do have a curse stone, though. I doubt anyone would object to use of force against an opponent carrying a lethal weapon.
What? Seriously? This is really the end of the line, then?
Well, if it's really just information on mermaids you want, I'm not opposed to telling you that much. Only within the bounds of what I know, though. Would that be acceptable?
What? You mean it? Really? Huzzah! Now that's an offer I can't refuse. Consider this deal done and dusted.
Ma'am.
It's best if we can get things settled without a fuss. Besides, I don't think it should be a problem now.
Huzzah, I say.
I'll tell you what you want to know about mermaids. In exchange, you'll hand over your curse stone. Do we have a deal?
We do indeed. All right, dope.
So, what do you want to know about mermaids then? Though I'd wager you're after the secret of immortality.
Immortality? Oh no! All I want is to meet a real live mermaid. 'Tis not but dreams and adventure that drive me.
Really? That's it? Well, if you had been after immortality, I doubt it would have been possible.
What? You mean the legends about mermaids being able to grant immortality are false?
They're not. I've encountered my fair share of people who have become immortal that way, after all. There's even a word for those individuals. They're known as 800-year immortals.
800-year immortals, eh? So they do exist. Incredible. What became of the third Taishima mermaid then? The one known as NicoB. She hasn't returned to Ryugu, has she?
She hasn't. Sobai is the only mermaid who returned to Ryugu in the end.
Oh! So she's still out there somewhere, roaming the mortal world as we speak.
You could say that. You could also say that she's no longer here.
What do you mean? Don't tell me she died.
Well, that also wouldn't be entirely accurate.
It's totally her.
Oh,
What is it, Cersei?
I think I've got it. Figured it out, have you?
What? Really? What do you mean?
Think back on what we heard before.
Before?
Well, there's not much point in dragging it out, so I'll go ahead and tell you. The mermaid known as Nagame
Was sacrificed, was sealed underground, became human, was mummified.
Nagame gave up her existence as a mermaid long ago. She no longer lives as a mermaid, but as a human.
Ah! Now that you mention it, that does sound familiar. You mean to tell me that story was true?
Oh? You'd heard of these events before. I suppose Miss Somakawa must have heard about it from Sobai. But could a mermaid really have become human? Mermaids are originally from another world, right? Normally it would be unthinkable, yes. But it seems a certain talented psychic managed to make the impossible happen. At no small cost to himself, I might add.
And is that psychic her husband?
Wow, that's amazing!
Yeah, Soto knows. Or maybe it's him.
I can't say I understand why she would do such a thing, though. Why not remain a mermaid? Seems like a bit of a waste to me.
Well, Nagame was a bit different from the other two mermaids, you see. They were serious and dutiful, but Nagame was strongly drawn to the mortal world and to the humans who live in it. I suppose you could say that she was the opposite of Miss Somakawa, in a way.
You don't say.
More than anything. It seems she was particularly drawn to the idea of becoming human, finding the person of her dreams and marrying them, of getting to be their bride. That's a pretty cute dream to have. I guess not all mermaids are the same, huh?
Yeah, it's her. It's her.
Indeed, to think that mermaids can harbor the same hopes and dreams as humans do. I must say, she sounds quite relatable.
Perhaps. I imagine she was viewed as quite the odd soul among her own kind, though. Then a few decades ago, Nagame happened to meet a certain psychic. The two soon fell in love.
Yeah, yep.
And Nagame, who wanted more than anything else to become that man's wife, asked him if there was any way she could become human. The psychic searched far and wide for a way to grant her wish, and after decades of toil, he found a secret art that would allow her to do so.
Oh, such unconditional love, such ardent devotion. A mermaid who wished to become human to be with the love of her life. Why, it's like the tale of the Little Mermaid reborn in the modern era. They should make a Disney movie out of this shit. Truly a story to grip the heart. How can I not root for them with everything I have?
Are you sure? That would mean we don't have a mermaid to look for anymore, though, you know?
No matter. If it was for the sake of such inspiring passion, then I care not a whit. So, Nakame became human in the end, yes? And the two of them live happily ever after? I refuse to accept any other conclusion.
Well, that's more or less what happened. So I can say with certainty that Nagame the mermaid no longer exists.
I see. So she's still alive out there, as a human. What a beautiful tale. I wish I could meet her solely to offer my most heartfelt congratulations. No, I think wedding gifts are in order.
Avi seems to be enjoying himself, but this means there's no chance of us meeting a mermaid anymore, right?
Ah, now that you mention it, that is a problem.
I thought so.
Ahem. A question, Mrs. Shiki. I don't suppose there'd be a way for us to go to Ryugu and meet a mermaid there, would there?
I'm afraid not. It's impossible for a flesh and blood human to cross over to the eternal world. Indeed, you'd have to be dead to have any chance of getting there.
Ah, just as I feared. There's little point in getting there without a life to save her. Although, does that mean there's the chance that Miss Somakawa was able to make it to Ryugu in the end?
That I don't know. Not everyone ends up in Ryugu after death, after all.
I see. Suppose we'll just have to hope that she was able to meet the mermaid she so admired in the afterlife.
That will be all I can tell you there. Are you willing to give us your curse stone now?
Well, knowing that we have no chance of meeting a mermaid now has thoroughly dashed all my hopes and dreams. But you did share with us a most charming tale of mermaid love and longing, so I suppose I can't complain. Here, the curse stone.
Thank you. Soto, could you look at it for me?
Very well. I see. If you don't mind, there are a few details I'd like to confirm with you before continuing, Avi.
Very well. Go ahead and ask anything you like. I'll even give you the map we used. It originally belonged to you and yours, after all.
Thank you. In that case... I see. I think I know how to lift the curse of the raging waves now.
Finally. Certainly has been a long road to get here.
Ma'am, about the curse of the raging waves.
Hold on, let's finish dealing with this first. We'll talk about that afterwards.
Understood.
Still, you certainly are knowledgeable about mermaids. Where on earth did you get all this information from?
Well, let's just say I have my sources.
Suppose I can put this down to the vast knowledge of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, eh?
Ah, he hasn't realized yet.
Huh? Well, what do you mean?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
No, tell me now! Tell me now! Tell me she's a mermaid! Then I can be like, oh, I'm...
Aha! Aha, ha, ha. Let's see, going down. Here we go. Oh, wow. They just never outright say it, do they? That's cute. The game's pretty, like, it's pretty obvious at this point. Yumiko was formerly a mermaid by the name of Nagame. Unlike her more serious compatriots, Hayase and Sobe, Nagame was free-spirited by nature and held a keen interest in both humans and the mortal world. She was even known to break the rules to sneak out and observe human society, something which often put her at odds with the other two mermaids, and led her to being viewed as something of a maverick. When the entrance to Ryugu was sealed 400 years ago to suppress the curse of the raging waves, rendering the remaining mermaids unable to return home, Sobe was overcome by grief. However, Nagame was thrilled and seized the opportunity to travel the world at her leisure, which deepened the rift between her and Sobe. For the next 350 years, Nagame bore witness to the lives of countless humans around the globe, from every culture and era, and her yearning for life in human society continued to grow. She was particularly enamored by the concepts of marriage and becoming a bride, finding the idea of pledging one's life to someone and living hand in hand with them from then on enthralling. It was this she found herself longing for above all else. About 50 years ago, Nagame met a certain talented psychic in Japan. The two quickly fell in love, and Nagame, who by that point had begun to earnestly wish that she could give up being a mermaid and live among humans in the mortal world, asked him whether there was any way she could become human. Wanting to fulfill her wish, the psychic began to search for a lost secret art that would allow her to assume human form. The two overcame countless hardships together in their quest for their art. And after decades of searching, they not only found it, but finally succeeded perfecting it. However, the secret art that would grant Nagame her wish demanded a heavy price. For a mermaid, a being who lacked a mortal form in the material world, to gain a human body, the caster's own body would have to be sacrificed. Using this art would render them unable to live side by side as humans as they had so longed to do. Wait, what? The caster's own body would have to be sacrificed. Oh! Oh, so the one casting it would be your husband. So I guess that's why they would not be able to live side by side. So he would have to give up his form, I guess, and die for her. But wait, am I understanding this right? These numbers are random, unable to live side by side. I thought it meant she'd have to give up her form to become a human, but why would that leave then to them not being side by side as humans? They wasn't long to do. The two agonized over their decision. Despite their decades-long search, the different worlds in which they lived continue to keep them apart. As a mermaid, NicoB could neither join him on land nor appear before others. The life together they yearned for remained a distant dream. In the end, the two chose to use the secret art so that they could be together in the mortal world. Even when NicoB learned that the psychic, Tensai Shiki, only appeared young due to his supernatural abilities, having been born in the Edo period and already over 100 years old by that time, she loved him no less. Wait, what? I'm sort of confused. I don't know why it says using this art would render them unable to live side by side as humans as they had so long to do. Because then they say, so they used the art so they could be together in the mortal world. So they could live side by side as humans as they long did. Essentially, right? I'm a little confused by what they're saying here. I don't know if what was their expectation here? That they would return to Ryugu? Is that the idea? Like, well, she'll become a human and then they can go to Ryugu or something? Like, I don't really understand what it's trying to say here. Okay, anyway. So, Tensai Shiki only appeared young due to his supernatural abilities, huh? Thus did Nagame, the mermaid, become Tensai Shiki's human wife. Yumiko Shiki, a name given to her by Tensai himself. Although the process of gaining a human body meant she lost many of the memories and abilities she had possessed during her time as a mermaid. Oh, really? She retained all the memories and feelings from her time spent with the Tensai, which was more than enough for Yumiko. Apparently not everything. She still remembered, some about herself, right? And that in her time. But it was like I thought, yeah, most of her abilities, all that's left is this eyesight of hers. So I figured that out, at least sort of early. Since then, Yumiko has enjoyed a fulfilling life with her human nature, and a relationship with Tensai bring her immense joy. Because of this, she is insistent that her primary identity be that of a housewife, to the extent that she always chooses clothing that will allow her to return to tackling housework at a moment's notice. However, the human body she has gained still differs from those of regular humans. Although she appears to age slowly compared to those around her, it is entirely unknown how long her lifespan will end up being. Following her rebirth as a human, Yumiko decided to pay a visit to Sobai in the depths of Ise Bay to explain her decision and introduce her partner. Wait, how did she do that? This is Sobai in the depths? How did she do that? Just like put on a scuba suit and go down or something? Like they got like a fucking code or something? They knock on this pier a few times this way. Now she'd be able to reach her. It's probably way down there. Abandoning her form as a mermaid to become human was a grave violation of the rules they were bound to, and she expected Sobe to receive the news with utter contempt, if not sever her ties with Yumiko completely. But her expectations were pleasantly subverted. Sobe herself had since forged her own deep bond of love and trust with Mari Minakuchi, one that similarly transcended their respective species, and understood her feelings, thanking her for introducing a Tensai to her. However, Sobe never showed herself to Yumiko again after that. After many twists and turns in their quest for happiness, the spirit of a Tensai Shiki, who sacrificed his body so that Yumiko could live. Oh, no, he did. Wait, what? What? Okay, it took so long to get to this point. Why did it wait? Okay. This was told in a weird way. Like, I was a little confusing. So it is. So the caster is Shiki, not her, which I guess makes sense because he's the psychic, not, even though she's got weird powers, she wouldn't be the one to do this. Okay, so after the many twists of their quest for happiness, the spirit of a Tensai Shiki, who sacrificed his body so that Yumiko could live as a human, has come to dwell in the body of a small dog, and he continues to enjoy retirement and a quiet life at Yumiko's side in his home in Tokyo to this day. Aw, he's a little doggo? Is he gonna live nearly as long though as her? Probably not. Even before his retirement, and despite its current form, he remained an active force in the industry, having devoted his time to such things as taking Soto Kiryu on as his protege after discovering his potential. What? He did it as a dog? Assisting with the management of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau for old time's sake, and sending Yumiko, who knew of the Bureau and the work it did, to help out as one of its members. What? Does he talk as a dog? That'd be funny as fuck. I want to see that. Oh my god. That's awesome. I want to see dog form. And look at her. She got a new update. While aimlessly drifting from job to job, unable to find something she wanted to do, Kiko happened to meet Kipe Ikoma, who was the president of one of the companies she ended up working for. It was then that Kipe revealed a surprising secret to her. Kiko was in fact the illegitimate child of a wealthy tycoon, one Yoshiatsu Yamashina, and had been entrusted to a childless couple to raise as their own. Kiko had always believed herself special in some way, and learning that she was originally of high birth only served to validate that belief, leading to her developing a strong sense of pride. Upon learning of Kiko's background and taking note of her dissatisfaction with her current lot in life, Kipe opted to try and make her his pawn by skillfully manipulating her sense of self-importance. His endeavors paid off. Tired of what she perceived as a stifling, monotonous life and driven by both her admiration for Kipe and desire to be recognized by Yoshiatsu, so she could live the life she believed she deserved, Kiko agreed to return to Kamishima and act as his agent there, as a fucking psycho. Fueled by her ambitions and exhilarated by the sense that she'd become the star of one of the spy movies that had been so popular in her childhood, Kiko's mind was set. She no longer cared if people died or her hometown was destroyed, as long as it meant she could fulfill her goals. This crazy psycho bitch.
You crazy bitch. All right.
Man, I feel like the dog thing should have been said sooner. I was so confused, but I was like, wait, what? Why? And then it almost makes like, what? So then she became a human and they lived as humans together. They really made me wait for that one.
Let's move on to the topic of Cersei's curse stone, shall we? Oh, right. Here it is. One of the locals you ran into earlier was planning to use this curse stone to cause a massacre, so we confiscated it. Goodness, that's far more disturbing than I was imagining. It sounds like you were lucky to escape unscathed. Where is this local now?
Fucking dead. We murdered her.
We managed to subdue her after taking her curse stone. I don't think she'll wake up for a while. So you could get someone to come and take her away? Alright, we'll make the necessary arrangements later. So, who was this would-be mass murderer, and what exactly was she planning to do? She said her name was Kikiko Satsui. She didn't have any spirit sense to speak of, though. She tried to use her curse stone to get Avi to tell her what he knew about mermaids. But we managed to fend her off and take it from her.
That's right. She had hand mirrors and business cards marked with the symbol that serves as the target for the curse, and handed them out around the island in advance for whenever she needed to activate it.
A premeditated crime, in other words, and quite a thorough one, too. It was quite a dangerous position you were in.
I'll say. If we hadn't caught it on to her intentions, I have no doubt we'd be sleeping with the fishes by now.
Such is the nature of dealing with curses, I'm afraid. You never know when you might end up the target.
No need to tell me twice. I've had quite enough of curses by this point.
A prudent attitude. A curse's corruption starts from the heart.
Indeed. I'll be sure to remember that.
Did you learn what this Kikyo was after in the end? To be honest, I wasn't all that sure myself.
Apparently she was looking to get her hands on a mermaid to impress some tycoon called Yamashima. Seems he's looking for a way to become immortal.
What? A tycoon called Yamashina who wants to become immortal?
It couldn't be.
Oh? You know him?
Did she mention where she got the curse stone from? Could Yamashina have given it to her? Actually, it seems like that was someone else.
As Kiko would tell it, she's Yamashina's illegitimate child, but he refused to acknowledge her. While she was pondering ways to gain his approval, this young CEO, his apprentice, swooped in. He offered her a sympathetic ear and a curse stone to use to accomplish her goal. I think that was the long and short of it.
Something like that, yeah. What? So there's someone else involved? Turns out we knew the CEO she was talking about too. We were pretty shocked. So the CEO was the original owner of the curse stone, was he? What is his name?
He's a young man named Kipe Ikoma. Although I dare say young isn't the first word that would come to mind when looking at him.
What? Kipe Ikoma? It can't be.
Huh? You know him too?
Oh, this is interesting. We've never seen them meet before. So how do they know him?
No. Perhaps they simply share a name. The Kipe Akoma we know should have died 6 years ago.
What the fuck? Huh? Died? What do you mean?
Would you mind taking a look at this, Avi?
Huh? A portrait sketch? And who might this be?
The Kipe Akoma you know wouldn't happen to look like this, would he?
Kipe Akoma? Oh no, he doesn't look like this at all. Oh, the image. What was this image for again? Was this the ghost? Oh, this was the. Oh, this is the spirit. One of the spirits that was discovered dead, right? In the ocean. Did he like? Oh, did he kill? Did he kill this guy and then take on? Wait, was it mentioned at some point that this guy's name was Kipe Akoma? And like in the flashback? I don't know. What was it when they were at the? Because yeah, this was the one of the spirits, right? That Soto drew a picture of the bodies that were dumped in the ocean that they found that were been cut up, right, by that curse stone. Did you get the name from that? God, if he really said that, then I've been sitting on this information for a long time, and this could have been pieced together way earlier. But I don't know. That just definitely didn't occur to me. I didn't remember that. Like, oh no, he doesn't look like this at all. I think he must have taken this guy's identity or something.
Yep, this isn't him. I see. Could you give us the curse stone you have, Cersei? Sure. Here you go. Soto, would you mind taking a look at this one too?
Of course. Ah, this is the curse of Tomoshige, and has the power to cleave its target in two. Ma'am, this is it. The curse from the Toba case.
I thought so.
What? What's gotten everyone so excited all of a sudden?
Right. I suppose we should explain. The name of the man in the sketch I just showed you is Kipe Akoma. He was killed 6 years ago, and his skeletal remains were recently found in Toba.
I don't think so. I don't think we got this guy's name. I think they wouldn't have said this early. I think he found it, and then he drew it and drew the face of it, and then I think that name got kept to themselves. But because they've been going around the island and showing this image to people, but they didn't say the name. I at least don't think. A part of me was supposed to go back and check, but you guys could just confirm for me if they did or not.
The cause of his death was a curse, one that kills its victims by slicing through them, bone and all. In other words, it's highly likely he was killed by the curse within this curse stone, the curse of Tomoshige. Huh? Oh wait, but wouldn't that mean?
You're telling me that this Kipe Akoma was killed 6 years ago by a curse wielded by Kipe Akoma?
Yes. In other words,
the current Akoma is an imposter. Akoma was killed by his own curse. The past Akoma traveled through time.
the Kipe Akoma you know, the company president, is a different man. He used his curse to kill the real one 6 years ago and assumed his identity.
What? You're telling me he isn't the real Akoma?
I see. So that's how it is.
In that case, just who is the man calling himself Kipe Akoma now?
I can't say, but it seems like he's quite the dangerous fellow. Good thing we managed to take his curse stone, I'll say. Yeah, and see, so he's supposed to be 26 years old, right? But he's not really. He's not at all. So he knows Asato, right? So he might be like, it's so weird because it seems like he would be Tomoshige himself, right? Because he knows Asato so fucking well. It seems like he's like connected to her. But then it'd be like, how would he have a spirit of his own shit, right? So how does that even work? I don't know. I'm trying to imagine it seeing another one of the Heike, but it seems like that's the one that makes the most sense. They'd have the most history.
Yeah, at the very least, we shouldn't have to worry about him using his curse anymore. And by the way, I believe you said that this Akoma is Yoshiatsu Yamashina's apprentice.
If that's the case, and Yamashima had someone working for him who had a curse stone, could Yamashima have been pulling the strings from behind the scenes?
It's possible. We should get in touch with Detective Ide and see if he can't take Yamashima in for questioning. With with any luck, you'll be able to detain NicoB as well. Is something wrong? We kind of already told NicoB about the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone.
He did help us out earlier, after all. It only felt fair.
So as we can assume that the information has reached Yamashina as well, then. Oh, right. He also asked us to look for a bronze mirror that is used to lift the curse of the raging waves. The still-tide mirror, I think. The still-tide mirror, eh? Just what could he be planning? Either way, it seems we'll have to keep an eye out for any movement on his end. Ah, yes. We're hoping you can do us a little favor, Sir C. It seems you don't have a mermaid to be searching for anymore, so perhaps you could use that extra time to help us out. What do you think, Avi?
Very well. Permission granted.
How kind of you. It's nothing strenuous, I assure you. We just want you to find out Kibe Akoma's current whereabouts, that's all. Oh, so just an ordinary chore, then. We want to focus on getting the curse of the raging waves lifted as soon as possible, you see. It would be a huge help if you could pin him down in the meantime. He's definitely up to something. And most importantly, you know what he looks like.
Yeah, I wonder if he, does he have any other abilities? Does he have another curse stone or anything? So far, this is kind of it. These are the only 2 curse stones we really have in the game. The Curse of the Heike, the Curse of the Forsaken Fish, and then I guess we have also the Curse of the Raging Waves. Unless that's he has the curse stone for that, but is there a curse stone for that? I don't know. Seems like that's just been lingering, right? I don't know if there's actually it just seemed like it's been a thing that's just been hanging out and then they sealed it away, but was there actually a stone for it? That's actually a good question.
We'll ask a detective from Mie Police to look into things there too. But one can never be too cautious.
Both his true identity and goal remain unclear. Be very careful when dealing with him.
I guess that means we'll have to go back to the mainland for now.
We do have some time left before the last ferries set sail, I suppose.
Okay then. I do want to find out what's going on too, so we'll see what we can do there.
It seems we'll be helping you out with your work then. In that case, please do consider putting in a word on my behalf.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
I didn't kill anybody. She asked for it. I'm a friend.
We appreciate the help. If you learn anything of note, leave a message at the station, alright? Got it.
Well, that was some productive talking. Communicating information between 2 sides.
I suppose we should see about lifting the curse of the raging waves then. Let's get in touch with Detective Ide first. We can find Wakamura after that and see if we can't get him to cooperate.
Understood. Let's be on our way then. So I've got an explanation for the scar on her neck, though. I don't know if that's just an after effect or something. Of, the shit she went through. Huh. So this is still... I don't know. What do I have to do about that? Bert! Yeah, I feel like they didn't mention Kibe Akoma, because I feel like that would have been too... That would have then made it too obvious, right? It's hard for me to say, because when I'm playing this game, especially games like this, right? There's so much information being thrown at you at once that sometimes it's hard for me to tell if wait, did they mention that before and I just didn't notice? Or I didn't catch on to it? Or did they honestly just not say it? I probably feel a little more confident if I've been playing these back to back every day, but sometimes there's a weekend in between these, so. And it's been a fucking hot ass minute since we saw this scene. Kind of curious, so what happens if I just resume? Start from standoff with mirror. Start from Kiko's attack. Oh, so this is if I have the mirror with me. Throw it away.
Take that and some of this. Ah! Get rid of this too. Get this shit out of here.
Much easier if you had it. I'd say throw away the mirror. It's would have been so much easier.
Well, that mirror, I don't know, it's the right thing to do. Why do you ask?
Things not going as planned. Ugh.
Sounds like we had that mirror, would have been able to steal the Tomato Boko, okay?
What the hell? I can throw the curse stone away?
He said just toss it away like that. Oh, okay.
Throw this away too. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize I could actually do that. Do I like, if I like turn, will I die or something? No? Huh. That didn't change anything. I need to let the mirror kill me or something. All right, I'm gonna keep it on then. Kiko, why the interest in the Tamade Bako?
It's some kind of ancient mermaid treasure, right?
My, you're well informed.
Would you willing to hand over for me? Make sure it's worth your while.
Huh?
Yeah, somebody rich, blah, blah.
I says, no, not a chance. No way, no how. It's never been about money. It's about the thrill of adventure.
Blah, 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 blah. We know.
So you seem like there's no reason with you. All right, this conversation's over. It's a shame, but I gave you a chance.
Huh? Oh, don't get me wrong. I'd still love to ask you some more things. Egats!
A curse echo. No!
Damn it! Ah, dead. It hurts so much for talking. Arnie Barnum is dead.
Heihachi Mishima is dead. Does the game just want me to see him die?
Oh my, it seems you met with a rather unpleasant fate.
I know.
It's been a good extra on my part, but it's been going quite smoothly around until your true nature was exposed. Most of them,
Yeah, I fucking know, dude. I know. I'm just trying to see what you. Why aren't you fucking filled out the thing here?
Come on, hold on to the business card too. Keep calm, you say, from solid planning.
Huh? You know Mr. Coma?
He just met him the other day. In fact, I even got his business card.
Huh? You Mr. Coma's business card? Wait, then that business card you took out earlier was his.
That's right. Want to see it?
No, it's fine. You should hold on to that.
If you say so. Huh? Hey, do we mess up?
Ah! Placus Asteri, guide his path in with thy merciful hand, protect him.
Oh, cool.
Why? You have Mr. Coma's business card. This should have been met. So why?
Yikes. Thought I was done for.
You were. I'm sorry, all I can do is delay the curse. I can't dispel it. It's going to take effect in about 1 minute, so you need to do something before then.
How, like what?
The curse is spelled by eliminating its caster. What comes next is up to you.
What? Eliminate? Why do I have to keep doing this? Shove Kiko into the ocean. God damn it! I refuse to die here!
What the? What's with you?
Oh, this is going pretty differently.
Ah! Ha! It's from the water. It's now or never.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh, this is the other alternative to it.
I retrieved the curse stone from the ocean. Are you alright, Avi?
Well, I barely made out alive, but can't say I feel particularly good about it.
Oh, interesting. So is it okay? This is definitely wasn't dying. You know, it was specifically this timeline here, this version where instead of them just apprehending her, they push her in the ocean and he turns her into a mermaid or a fish.
So I had to come to this. I'm turning back now, it seems.
That's what happens when you deal with curses. It might turn back on you at any moment. You should be prepared for that.
Understood. So about the curse stone, what's it like?
Yeah, about that.
Bronze Mia?
Okay. Interesting. So the result is still the same here, though, right? And then they realize, oh, the curse is, yeah.
Call historically important figure, blah, 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 resentment. Someone to hand me the business card with a true curse target.
And then they show up.
Wait, what? It's still not shattered? Will you go away? What else do you want me to do?
Oh, current state. Kiko has been killed. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, but that's the point. I can choose whether I want her to be dead or not. I don't want to kill her. I mean, she sucks, but... All right, so never mind. I'm going to set this to where... Back to what we did before. I mean, that's the point. Just this is to affect things later.
I'm just trying to get that damn thing to shatter and go away. All right, throw this away too. Fuck all this shit.
I'm glad I figured this out though, like myself, and didn't have to like, you know, especially it feels like kind of the bad end, you know, to that scenario. I see. So that's why it now says, yeah, current state Kiko has been subdued. So I guess maybe this is just like, maybe the point of this is that it affects what happens after this, right? Whether she's dead or not. All right. Never mind. Back to Sato. From Ukudono to the Curse of the Raging Waves, Sato and Tsukasa run around the island searching for answers to the mountain of problems before them. So this is, I mean, have they met with Yuza yet? I don't know exactly what would affect them. And maybe we'll see here at the start. Like how the timeline would have shifted in this point. Let's think back to what has happened. Okay. Oh good, the game's like, all right, I know this is getting a little confusing now. Let me catch you up here.
After calming down Tsukasa, who had the wrong idea after seeing me with Shitara by the beach, I explained at Kantakisha Ruins that I was immortal, and that Mr. Wakamura was planning to hand me over to someone called Ngukudono. The two of us searched for a way to stop the curse of the raging waves. We also stopped by the Wakamura home to apologize to Shotaro, but no one was there.
Oh, but I mean, I was going to say, well, nothing's happened. Oh wait, that's wrong. That's not right. That we stopped Kikako, so now there's no one to cut her down, and you know, show that she's immortal to everybody, and then of course no massacre after that. So yeah, this guy's no say in anything.
After that, we met with Tsuyu, and I learned about who Mari Minakuchi truly was, as well as how the curse of the raging waves had been kept at bay by the brown smear she left behind.
Oh, did we not get the call this time? I don't think we did.
We also ran to Azami. He looked desperate, saying that Kameshimaru had hand mirror that Kikako had given me was dangerous. He was going around collecting them. Tsukasa and I handed ours over to him, too.
That's good. You guys can keep them now. It doesn't matter anymore.
Then after that,
okay.
can't find Mr. Wakamura anywhere. We need to tell him about the bronze mirror as soon as possible. Yeah. Oh. It's those two. Oh yeah, they're the ones who were looking for the old man's place. Excuse me.
So is this after they've met with Avi and them?
Oh, if it isn't Sato. Good timing. I've got something to discuss if you don't mind. Oh, alright. Actually, I have something to ask myself. Huh? Just when did you get to know each other? Oh, right. We actually talked a bit after the last time we met. These two are from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. They're here to lift the curse of the raging waves. Wait, seriously? This is the police dealing curses. We're a special unit dedicated to things like this. I hope we can be of help.
Bird? Not seeing a bird.
You end up passing through the intersection no matter where you go on the island. A narrow path with a gentle breeze makes for a nice peaceful afternoon.
Oh, you sneaky bitch. Fucking bird up, bitch, literally. You way the hell up there. 3 left. He's the last one on the list, too. The Buzz Boozler.
Huh? So I just saw something catch the light behind me for a second.
What? Oh, hey.
Ah. Sato? Something wrong? Oh no, it's just that there's a Kameshimaru keychain lying on the ground here. Ah, you're right. Who just checked the poor thing out here? Yeah, I almost missed it. I'll rescue it.
Huh. What's the purpose of that, I wonder? The well's here.
There's an old well here. These days, most houses have running water, so it isn't used anymore. In the story that Tsuyu told us earlier, the bronze mirror was apparently found at the bottom of this very well.
Oh, yeah.
Can't imagine how Mari managed to find it here. Some real tenacity. So now she's accepting it, but even Tsukasa probably didn't get everything from that quick explanation. Can't blame her, though. I still don't fully understand it myself. And if we really want to do something about the curse of the raging waves, maybe we can rely on these two. Although, honestly, they do scare me a little. You spoke with them yesterday, Sato? Yeah, they're specialists from a special unit called the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. They even saw right through me. What, you mean they figured out you're immortal? Yep. First time anyone's managed that. Wow. Guess real professionals can figure out things like that. But why is she dressed like a housewife? She doesn't look like police at all.
That's just kind of her thing.
That look must be so hot. Why does he stay so calm and collected?
Thank you for your time the other day.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. Mind if I start from my side, then? Oh, not at all. The good news, we figured out how to lift the curse of the raging waves.
Okay, no, they have. They talked to Avi.
Really? You have? Whoa, seriously? Now that's huge! The bad news is that we need a few things to do it. We're in the middle of tracking them down.
Hey!
If that's the case, let us help you. Yeah, what do you need? Well, the first is called the Still-Tide Mirror. A mirror used to hold back the curse of the raging waves. We know where that is. At least, I think we do. You do. We just heard about it from Tsuyu Minakuchi.
Isn't it amazing how things just fall into place when we don't have a psycho running around killing everybody?
I see. 5 years ago, Mari Minakuchi tried to break the curse with that mirror, but failed. That explains why people blamed her for the Southern Sea disaster.
If that mirror from back then is still here, then it is very likely to be the Still-Tide Mirror.
Yes, that was what I wanted to talk to you about, too. I see. Thank you. So the pieces are coming together.
They really are.
There's still one more piece we need. A descendant of the Taishima people. I know that too! Which likely means Mari Minakuchi's son, Yuza Minakuchi, would be our best candidate. Yeah, that should work. Do you know where he is now? Not sure. We've been looking too, since we wanted to pass along what Tsuyu told us. Alright, we'll go search for him. Really? That would be a huge help. We'll go and secure the mirror.
Time is tight. If we split up, we'll need a point of contact in case we can't find each other. Could one of you stay in one place and handle communications between us?
Good plan. One of you take that on. A point of contact. It'd be best if it was... I'll go look for Yuza. Tsukasa, do you mind being the point of contact?
I'm the one that... Sato's the only one I can control here. I can't control Tsukasa, unfortunately.
Me? Sure, no problem. Let's see then. I'll wait by the community hall on Chuo Street. There's also a phone there we could use. Okay, we'll make contact there if anything happens. Thank you. That would be a big help. Alright then, we'll retrieve the bronze mirror first, then track down Yuza Minakuchi and work on lifting the curse. Okay then, Sato, good luck! If you find Yuza, tell him everything that Tsuyu told us. I will. Leave it to me.
Hell yeah. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. And then we're just going along the story here. But don't forget, bird up. Huh, claim. Sato entrusts Tsukasa with being the point of contact while she goes to search for Yuza Minakuchi.
After that,
Oh,
I met with Yuza and told him what I heard from Tsuyu and Mrs. Shiki, that we needed him to come to the community hall to lift the curse of the raging waves. But after that, I headed somewhere else, this time for my own purposes.
what?
Hello? Is anyone home? Who am I kidding? I know no one is here. Okay, I'm here.
What is this about?
I visited this room so many times while helping look after Tsuyu. The owner's away, but people on this island don't usually lock up all that tightly. I'd also been asked to come while they were out to help with chores, so by now I know the place well. A built cupboard fitted snug against the wall. You can tell it's been here a long time. These kind of cupboards help the room feel less cramped. I was so impressed the first time I saw one. Modern design sure is smart. The inside, though, is a bit messy, so you tends to toss anything in here to get it out of the way. It's an altar shelf. Buddhist objects and keepsakes are neatly arranged on it. It also has something Suyu once showed me. Here it is.
Oh.
There's something about it, but I can't put my finger on what. Really, it's just as beautiful as ever. I shouldn't just take it, so let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs.
That was supposed to be... Was that supposed to be like a piece of mermaid flesh or something? Or a rock? Or I'm trying to remember that we got that shown that earlier. Suyu showed it to Yuza. Or it was like a mermaid scale, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Actually, oh, that's right. That's Yuza or Suyu or somebody showed it to somebody. Was it a zombie or whatever? He's like, yeah. Was it when Yuza was talking with the zombie and was like, oh yeah, I had this thing and it was like, I think it might be like a mermaid scale. So maybe it is? Is this maybe what was given to Yuza to make him immortal? Is that shit been properly cooked in the tamade bako or whatever?
This is the Minakuchi family's altar. There are memorial tablets for Suyu's husband, her son Tosuke, and her daughter-in-law Mare here. I'm sure she never expected they'd all go before her. Must have been hard to deal with.
So what are we doing here, huh?
It's a table. One of those really low tables that's perfect for flipping over. I know because I see it on TV all the time. But with nothing on it, there's not much point of flipping it over, is there?
Calendar.
Calendar handed out by the local association. There's one at the Wakamura's place, too. This one's still showing last month, though. There's a circle around the day that marks the day Yuza came home. She must really have been looking forward to it. A light with a wooden frame. Looks like this design evolved from those old lamps with paper shades. Why this older look still turns up here and there. Glass sliding door that leads out to an outdoor spot to dry laundry. Doesn't get much sun, though. This chest of drawers is mostly just Suyu's clothes. I've helped put away the laundry, so I have a rough idea of what goes where, but there's still a personal thing, so I shouldn't open it while she isn't here. All sorts of things scattered on the floor here. Even with this much storage, people will leave things lying about, because some things never change.
What am I doing here? What do you want, Sato? You trying to grab something?
Household shrine for the sea god. Almost every home around here has one. Before heading out to sea, everyone always stops to pray here first. Once they come back safe, they pay respects again to give thanks.
Huh. Oh, bird.
Oh, what's this?
There's a bird here the whole time. Tudden teal. Only 2 left. Is there something in here? Maybe I need to go to the other place first? Maybe? I don't know. All right, let's go to the lighthouse. Got a bird at least. Hey.
Oh, there they are.
Any birds around them?
It's a small lookout plaza in front of the lighthouse where you can see the sea. Probably meant for tourists. Come to think of it, I've never really come here all that much. Okay, let's think about what I need to do now. These two have a special box called a tamade bako. I need to get it from them no matter what. I have to find a way to convince them to hand it over. It's the only chance I'm going to get. I'll share what I know bit by bit to hook their interest and negotiate from there. Really not sure I could pull this off, but I have to try.
What the hell?
Excuse me.
You rang?
Yes. Can I speak with you for a moment? I know you don't know me, but...
Permission granted.
Thank you. Oh, don't mind him. He always gets a little carried away. Right. So you're Avi, an author, and Cersei here is your guide.
Indeed. Great to meet you, Sato.
I've actually heard talk about you around the island.
Oh, really? You seem to become quite famous in these parts.
Oh, I think she is. What is she trying to do? She's trying to get the Tamati Bako and then I think the piece of mermaid flesh. Is she trying to get it to save herself? Or what? Or save somebody else?
Really? Seem to become quite famous in these parts.
I'd say we're more on the infamous side, but sure. Must have their own reasons for finding the Tamati Bako. If I can get them to give that up, maybe they'll hand it over to me without too much fuss. What's the best way to approach this? Wow, her blonde hair is so beautiful. Never seen it in person before. And her outfit looks so unusual. Maybe it's traditional clothing from her country. Now I think about it, this is my first time meeting someone from overseas. They do feel different somehow, but I can't quite put it into words. Hello? Oh, hello. That's interesting. I said something peculiar about you. Huh? Do you? It's definitely strange. I can't quite put my finger on it. Are you really human? Huh? I think so.
Hey now, Cersei. That's an awfully rude thing to say to someone. Do forgive her. She still doesn't quite know how to start a conversation.
No, it's fine. Sorry. No, really, it's fine. I heard you were searching for a mermaid. Is that true?
Oh, tell me, young lady, do you perchance know of a mermaid? Because if so, you must tell.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything about any specific mermaid.
I mean, at this point, Avi, I think we know that there's like no chance of you getting a mermaid, all right? Unless like the Sobai came back out of Ryugu.
Oh, please don't look so disappointed. I feel bad now. You see, I'm rather interested in mermaids, so I was hoping I could ask you a little more about them. Now you look both disappointed and annoyed. Did I say something wrong? Well, the last person who asked the same thing nearly cursed us to death. What?
Indeed, the people on this island are nothing but trouble. I've had enough of it. You're the same, aren't you? You're just after immortality like everyone else. Admit it.
I'm already immortal. I don't want to be anymore.
I don't think she's doing it for herself. I just trying to understand why she would be doing it.
Oh, well, I need to steer the conversation toward the Tamati Bako. What should I do? What should I say?
You're the same, aren't you? You're just after immortality like everyone else. Admit it. Yeah. The guy has to say yes.
Yes, must become immortal. Everything depends on it. If you know anything, I sincerely ask you to tell me.
Ha! There it is. Your true colors. I knew it. Look at me. I'm so good at this. You think I just hand over the Tamati Bako I struggled so hard to obtain?
Please, I need it. Tamati Bako, please, I need it. Yeah.
Please, I need it no matter what.
Oh, look at the fire in those eyes. Looks like there's more to this. Very well, tell me your tale. If it rouses my spirit as an author, then I might just be persuaded to hand the box over.
Really? Alright, let me explain.
Keep it a secret.
Tell the truth.
I'll tell you, but you have to promise that you won't tell anyone else about this.
Of course, I swear it. My lips are sealed tighter than a well-corked bottle.
Is that supposed to be reassuring?
Don't worry, we won't go breaking any promises.
Alright then. Where do I even start? The truth is, I'm what is known as an 800-year immortal. I'm already immortal.
Huh? What? Is all that true?
Wait, are you trying to say that you are that Asato from Kusawa? The real one? Yes, that's probably me.
I like Cersei's face. The characters in this game have some funny wavy mouth face, like her and Sono.
Whoa! So that's why you're doing all this?
Wait, no way. Are you being serious? Yes, completely serious. Which is why I need that Tamari Bako no matter what.
We're not gonna hear it though.
You realize what you're saying is crazy, right? Everyone else will be dead against it.
Please, all I need is that Tamari Bako. Avi, what do you think?
Are you sure you're alright with this? I can hardly call it sane.
Yes, this is what I want more than anything.
Very well, in that case. Amazing! Such stunning spirit! I'll be happy to support that resolve, even if I stand alone. This must be the reason I found the Tamari Bako in the first place. Here, take it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Wow. This bitch really was just out here for adventure, wasn't he? He really didn't have any like other ulterior motives. I thought Avi was gonna have like more to him than that, but nah, this bitch is out here he loves the thrill of adventure. He really wears his emotions on his sleeve, which is great. I didn't want him to be secretly evil or anything like that.
Now that we know the situation, it only makes sense for you to have it. You should have just said so sooner. That said, I would also like to know how things turn out, so be sure to let us know, okay?
Of course, I won't forget this kindness as long as I live.
Oh, you know what? No, you know what I bet this is? I bet it's something like, if you eat the flesh of a mermaid again, it undoes the curse. I think she might be giving this to Yuza to make him into a normal boy again or something.
Ha! Think nothing of it. But that does mean I should apologize to you, Cersei, after all that trouble we went through to get it.
Well, you seem enthused enough by this turn of events. If you're happy with your choice, I don't mind.
Also, as I'm sure you already know, you'll still need mermaid flesh.
I know. I'll figure something out.
Oh? So you have a lead on a mermaid? I'm intrigued, but I'll leave it at that for now. One more thing. Carrying the Tamari Bako may draw some unsavory types. Be careful.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Well, we're heading back to the mainland to look for them anyway.
Ah, yes. After sightseeing in Kamishima, we were supposed to return post-haste.
I see. Well, thank you. And good luck.
Okay, now we go to the house.
Yeah.
It was for that thing, specifically. It wasn't supposed to take it yet.
Hello, is anyone home? You're on my second visit. I still need to make sure.
Oh, I like that she said that. All right, here we go.
It's an altar shelf. Buddhist objects and keepsakes are neatly arranged on it. The strange fist scale that Mari left behind. There's something about it, but I can't put my finger on what. It really is just as beautiful as ever. I shouldn't just take it, so let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Should just fucking take it. Isn't that what I'm here for? That's what I'm fucking here for. Think?
Okay, I'm here.
No. So there's something to it, but I can't seem to take it for whatever reason. It's another situation where we're not done yet, though. So I don't trust Tsukasa with being the point of... Okay, ended with Sato possession of the Tamari Bako. Interesting. So it seems like you could steer this potentially. So this is another situation where... Okay. I think this is like all affecting the different endings you can get. Like, this is clearly the right thing to do, right? Just as likely keeping Kikiko alive is probably the right thing to do, I assume. Bird. All right, I guess we'll just hop over here. I can't seem to do anything. After taking steps to distract Kiko from her plot to unleash a curse that will cause a mass murder on Kamishima, Yuza asks Azami to retrieve the hand mirrors Kiko distributed across the island. Shortly afterwards, Yuza is summoned for an audience with Yumiko Shiki.
Ah, there you are. You're Yuza Minakuchi, correct?
That's me. I was told to come here, so here I am.
Huh? Were you sent here too, Azami?
Who, me? Nah, I was just passing by when I heard about what was going on. So decided to wait here for you.
Thanks, Azami.
Brozami.
So, as I understand it, you're the two brave police officers who were sent out from Tokyo to deal with the curse of the raging waves?
Brave? I wouldn't go that far. My name is Yumiko Shiki, and this is Soto Kiryu.
Pleased to meet you. Am I mistaken, or did the two of you visit Kamishima yesterday as well? It almost seemed as if you ran away at the sight of me. Did I do something to scare you off?
Dear me, you noticed us, did you? My apologies. I will explain everything shortly. But before I forget, the fellow over there has business with you as well, Yuza.
Huh? Mr. Wakamura! Oh god!
He was fairly suspicious of us at first, but it seems we have finally earned his trust. He has kindly agreed to assist us in putting an end to the curse of the raging waves.
Really? Wait, really?
Really? But tell me, is it true you're already familiar with this curse? That's what your friend here told us.
Yeah, more or less.
Good. Then it seems we're all up to speed.
Birds? Yo, what up, Wakamura, you fat fuck? Birds. I need some birds. Bird. Freaking birds around here, baby, and I don't know why. There's a birdie bird. Rays of sunlight beaming down amidst this stifling humidity are accompanied by a chorus of cicadas that somehow intensifies the heat. Sounds like we weren't the only ones looking into the curse of the raging waves. Above all, hearing what Grand revealed came as a huge shock, especially to me. I think Mom was a descendant of the survivor of Taishima, that 5 years ago she tried to break the curse but failed. Okay, so he got that information then. Guess I finally understood why Grand just sat back and took all the abuse the other islanders leveled at us. He's probably working his gray matter into overdrive trying to keep up with everything that's going on. Wish there was time to explain everything properly. Honestly, I barely understand all this myself. This building is where the neighborhood association meetings are held. Sakasa must have made the most of her family ties to gain free access to it as a relay station. Apparently Sakasa is still inside, waiting to handle the communications. Lucky, but it's nice and cool in there with the air conditioning on. I don't see any birds, man. So Mr. Wakamura's been trying to end the curse of the raging waves too, huh?
So, you found out about the curse of the raging waves then, eh, boy?
Yeah, to an extent anyway.
I always figured your mother was behind it. She was descended from them raiders, but...
Wait, really? That's why you blame my mom for the disaster? We had it all wrong. Turns out she's a descendant of the Taishima Islanders, the victims.
Says you know more than you're letting on.
Oh no, this is what Grant said.
So you knew about this too, eh? Suppose I should have known. But see here, your mother tried to end the curse 5 years ago and failed, didn't she? If that's what's brought on the disaster, I wasn't so far off after all, was I? But be that as it may, I still owe you an apology for pinning the curse of your mother all this time. Supposed to see as she was the one who found the bronze mirror and held the curse back for us. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so they must have explained to him about the mirror. That's why he's like convinced of this now. I was like, how do we get him to our side? How would you finally convince him? That's nice to hear.
Good on you, Mr. Wakamura. So you can admit when you made a mistake.
Huh.
When your own instructor comes along and tells you to change your views, what choice do you have?
Instructor? Are you talking about that sorcerer friend of yours? Oh, what? That's right. We discovered the sorcerer's identity. From there, it wasn't too difficult to reach an understanding.
That's how we earn this fellow's cooperation as well.
Oh. So did you figure out she was is that the Hikaku Soap's old lady again? Is that gonna just end up being a red herring? Are we not even gonna, like, see them again? I sort of feel like this thing is just this Sagan person is just gonna show up in, like, every one of these games and be, like, essentially not that important.
Since I misjudged you, my instructor says you're the real deal, then I reckon you must be.
Huh.
But let's be sure now. You do have a way to end this curse of the raging waves, yes? I can trust you on that?
Yes, there are still a few points we need to confirm, but it's guaranteed to work.
If that's true, then I suppose I won't be needing Nuka Kadono's help anymore.
Ukukadona? You mean to say that Yamashima has known of a way to break the curse all along?
Well, you know about Nuka Kadono too, eh? As a matter of fact, just yesterday he told me out of the blue he found a way to end it. Said he'd tell me what it was on the condition I brought him Sato Shiranami.
Ha! Information he got from Ikoma, I have no doubt. And he asked for the girl. I see. And you were prepared to hand her over? Isn't she a relative of yours?
Huh. So what if I was? It's got nothing to do with you.
If you say so. In any case, the information Yamashina had for you must be the same as what we have to share. So there's no longer any need for you to betray your own kin.
I'll hold you to that. All the same, I'm not sure.
Is something else troubling you?
According to you, when Mara Minakuchi failed to break the curse, it brought on the disaster 5 years ago, but is that really the truth?
What are you getting at?
Well, if that still time mirror worked as it should, there wouldn't have been no disaster, would there? That only leaves one possibility, don't it? That the Raging Waves curse bearer was stirring up trouble.
By curse bearer, I assume you mean a descendant of the raiders of Taishima.
Exactly. If someone of that lineage got anywhere near the Southern Sea, the wrath of Taishima would turn up those waters into a maelstrom. Anyhow, my instructor swears that's the true cause of the disaster 5 years ago, and I'm inclined to agree.
Does that mean one of the people that they were with, one of the other people there, was potentially one of the descendants? Is it gonna be like Asami's side or something? Because Asami's family was there too, right? I think those are the only people that we knew that were there. His parents, as well as Asami Kamoe's father, Kiyokichi Moe. Founder, Captain Yujiki Nishikawa, and one passenger. Yeah. It's either gonna be like Kiyokichi Kamoe, Yujiki Nishikawa. Yeah. Maybe. It does say one passenger, identity unknown. Maybe that's Kippie Akoma or something, you know? Who knows? Hope it's not. I don't want Asami to be like he was a descendant of these shitheads or some crap. I don't think so, though. I don't know if that's what they'd be going for that.
So that's your theory, is it? Now I understand why you suspected Mari Minakuchi's heritage.
Yuza with the ellipses, huh? What else does Yuza fucking know, man?
Though I gather this instructor of yours never actually accused her of being the curse bearer.
True. Never was sure on that point. Said we couldn't be certain, given how it had been 5 years and all. But all things considered, who could blame me for being suspicious of her? No one knew where she came from.
I don't wish to doubt your instructor, but I'm not sure how much water this theory holds.
Yet we cannot rule it out entirely, given what we know of this sorcerer's powers. Huh. Well, what do you know about it, huh?
So you're skeptical, eh? As if you have a better idea, though, is it?
Yeah, like, who is this person? It sounds like it can't be Hihako's soaps lady then, because she was like a nobody. Maybe this is someone of like relative worth. Like they take over that identity or something?
And while you do have a point, the issue remains. If Mario wasn't the curse bearer, who else could it have been?
Yeah, so there has to be a curse bearer, right?
Well, I can't say I figured that out yet, but...
Sorry to interrupt, but I have something to say.
Yes?
So my mom wasn't the Raging Waves curse bearer. I have a theory. See, I read over the reports of the incident again and again, and there's something I noticed.
Oh? And what might that be?
Well, there's another possible cause. This isn't the work of a curse. There's another suspect. And that person was on board. Yeah. Oh, bitch. I love that I did this just at the right time. But which boat was it? It was the Ome Maru. I remember reading that the identity of one of the passengers aboard the Ome Maru was unknown. Couldn't they have been the curse bearer?
Interesting. Well, Mr. Wakamura, what do you know of this mysterious individual?
The Ome Maru. That was Yukiji Nishikawa's boat. As I recall, according to the departure declaration, the Ome Maru had taken someone on board, someone in business on the mainland who had research to do. But as no name was given, no one had a clue who they were.
Oh? I thought the point of these declarations was to keep a record in case of an accident. Sounds to me like someone was careless.
Can't deny that.
So this passenger was never identified.
No, but mind you, eyewitness reports say that when the Ome Maru set sail that day, the captain was alone on board.
Really?
So maybe he picked them up from the mainland, or maybe they never boarded to begin with. Who's to say?
But do you think it's possible this person could have been the curse bearer?
Could be. Wasn't Mari. It'd make for a hell of a coincidence, though.
Unfortunately, since this Nishikawa fellow isn't around, there's no way to find out.
Well, I've already apologized, so I can't say that much concerns me anymore. All I care about now is putting an end to the curse of the raging waves.
To be frank, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you as soon as possible. But I understand you must have questions, so we'll come back to that later. For now, ask me whatever you'd like.
Okay. I have nothing further to add. Imagine this isn't easy for you, but I appreciate your cooperation. Alright. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something mysterious about this woman. And I had no idea there were actually police officers who handled supernatural incidents. This man is Mrs. Shiki's assistant. Apparently he's not officially with the police. Right now he's just quietly following orders. But for some reason, I get the feeling he's the type who's really scary when they're angry. Really now? I hope Soto doesn't end up being a bad guy. I hope it's not like, oh, he was the Raging Wave curse bearer all along or something, right? Scary when he's angry, huh? We've never seen this bitch angry. Oh man, I like him though. He's cool. Don't be a bad guy, please. It reminds me. Any luck with those hand mirrors, Azami? No worries there. I got them all back. Every last one? You must be the fastest mirror collector in Japan. I knew I could count on you. Thanks, Azami.
Oh? Are you talking about the mirrors Kikuyo Setsui was handing out earlier?
Huh? How'd you know?
I realized they were dangerous, so I had Azami collect them all.
Really? Does that mean you figured out they were the targets of a curse?
Wait, you knew about that? So it was true. What's the deal with these things anyway?
I see. So these curse stones can be used to kill people instantly. But since Kiko's curse stone was confiscated, the danger's passed.
Phew, what a relief.
What I want to know is how you found out that Kikuyo intended to use those hand mirrors as the targets of her curse to begin with.
about that. I'm not sure you'll believe me, but
What? You encountered a Tomokazuki while you were diving and it showed you a vision.
it's the long and short of it. Any idea what it means? Paranormal encounters are your area of expertise, after all.
I've known instances of phenomena capable of instilling memories. However, your experience does not seem to fit with any of them.
Wonder why the thing looked like you. It's the strangest part in my book.
Hold up! I don't think this Tomokazuki could be a kind of curse, do you?
It is true that some curses are accompanied by phantoms known as curse echoes. Yet, as the apparition Yuza encountered warned him of impending danger, it seems unlikely to have been the product of a harmful curse. That being said, I'm afraid I cannot begin to guess its true nature.
Man, now I got this shit on my mind. Now you're saying this guy, like... Apparently he's not official right now, just quietly following orders. For some reason, I get the feeling he's the type who's really scared when they're angry. That's like really got me worried that this guy's gonna be a bad guy now. Like, oh man, please, don't. I like you. Don't be evil.
Where shall we begin?
About Yuza.
Before you go, I have one last question to ask you, Yuza.
Oh, and what would that be?
Well, how should I put this? It's a delicate subject. Mind if I have a private word?
Huh? So, what did you want to talk about? Just so we're clear, if you're looking to grow pearls, I don't know anything about that.
That will require delicate handling, but that's not what I meant. Yuzo, when you got caught in that disaster 5 years ago, did you by chance encounter a mermaid?
Huh? I don't know what you mean. Actually, I did. But how'd you know about that?
Good of you to tell the truth. That makes us easier. As for how I know, that would be because it's the only possible explanation.
Meaning?
Come now, Yuza. A mermaid has cursed you with immortality. You're an 800-year immortal.
What?
You can't hide the truth from me. These eyes don't lie. I assume it occurred during the disaster 5 years ago. You must have nearly died. But then you were revived by a mermaid and made immortal. Surely you must have realized this by now.
Yeah. You got me. I'm an immortal boy with an undying body.
Why did this happen to you, I wonder?
I wish I knew. If you could tell me more about it, would you mind filling me in?
I suppose that's only fair. What would you like to know?
I was wondering, does me being immortal have anything to do with my mom? I mean, is there any chance she could have been a mermaid?
None whatsoever.
Ah.
In all likelihood, you received your immortality from the mermaid Sobai.
Oh, probably before they returned to Ryugu. Or maybe after? I don't know.
You see, Mari Mitakuchi was a descendant of the clan that was tasked with escorting Sobai back to Ryugu. That much I'm certain of.
Is that why she tried to break the curse of the raging waves 5 years ago?
I can only assume so. However, as the seal over the entrance to Ryugu had yet to break, things didn't go as planned.
Just means Sobai could still be nearby. Maybe she's still living in the sea around Kamishima.
I'm afraid there's little chance of that. See, when the entrance to Ryugu was unsealed 3 months ago, Sobai would have been able to return home.
Oh, yeah, okay. It was only 3 months ago that was unsealed, I see. Oh. Well, I guess that means Mom's duty was fulfilled in the end. That's something, at least. Do you know of any way I could meet this mermaid?
You don't give up easily, huh? Are you another mermaid fan?
Another fan?
Those foreigners who visited the island recently were also very keen on meeting a mermaid.
Oh, you mean that author and his young guide?
Sure do. You spoke with them, I take it.
Actually, no. I never met them. But I saw them when I had that vision.
Is that so?
Interesting.
Well, I can tell you it's the same thing I told them. Meeting a mermaid is no longer possible.
Does that mean there's no way to visit Ryugu either?
The thing is, Ryugu is pretty close to what's typically referred to as the afterlife. You might say it's the space between our world and the land of the dead.
There's no way to travel there. None at all.
Sorry, no. You just have to accept that.
Okay. Earlier you said a mermaid cursed me. What exactly do you mean by that?
Just what it sounds like. For 800 years, you'll be incapable of aging or dying. What is that but a curse? Your very existence defies the laws of nature. You can hardly be termed human. You're now an anomalous being, something closer to a spirit.
Cool.
Though for that matter, I'm in no position to talk.
Huh?
Still, I do feel sorry for you. What possessed her to curse you? A mere child, I should like to know.
I always thought that mermaid saved my life. Was I wrong?
Well, that depends on how you look at things. Personally, I wouldn't call what she did saving you at all. At the end of the day, she saddles you with an existence worse than death.
Interesting. And that would be like one of her sisters too, so she's probably just like, what the fuck? Why did you do that, right? Is it that terrible?
It's only been 5 years. People around you probably think you're a late bloomer. But give it another decade or two, and your static appearance will start to stand out. And should you ever meet with a would-be fatal accident in public, it's all over for you. If your immortal nature is exposed, you'll be bombarded with public scrutiny at best. At worst, you'll be captured and experimented on.
I mean, technically, they're supposed to apprehend him, right?
Either way, from that moment on, you'll never be able to lead a normal life in human society again. Humans that have always coveted immortality, countless dream of it even today. But the reality is, only the first few decades of your existence are bound to be enjoyable. It's only going to get harder for you as time goes on. Humans were never meant to live for hundreds of years. A lifespan that long is unendurable. And speaking as a member of law enforcement, the existence of immortals beings must be kept hidden, or all sorts of problems can arise.
Problems? Like what?
Well, it's not easy to keep a lid on things these days, and it doesn't take much to incite a panic or start a war. Just last year, there was that ruckus over the right of resurrection, if you remember. Suffice to say, whenever I track down an 800-year immortal, I can't just leave them be.
What are you saying? Are you going to arrest me?
Ordinarily, I would. Protocol dictates that I capture any 800-year immortals that I find and seal them in an underground vault. That's the fate I was thinking of when I mentioned that being immortal is an existence worse than death.
Gah!
Don't worry, I've got no intention of taking you anywhere just yet. You're a special case. The way I see it, you're essentially the victim here. Not to mention, I need your help breaking the curse of the raging waves.
Yeah.
So, seems like we'll have to find a way to compromise. I don't know why, but you're looking for information about mermaids as well, right? Well, for starters, mermaids aren't meant to interfere in the lives of mortals. Even their kind don't approve of that.
Really?
In fact, generally speaking, creating an 800-year immortal is flat out forbidden. Despite that, Sobe made you immortal. In other words, this mermaid went out of her way to place a curse on you.
I guess that settles it. Her intent wasn't to save me after all.
Exactly.
Man, I'm bummed.
I was hoping you'd be able to tell me what made her go that far. But it turns out you're just as clueless as I am.
Yup.
Then all we know for sure is that something happened between Sobe and your mother that day. And that led to you being immortal. Whether that was simply to save your life or for some other reason, there's unfortunately no way of knowing.
There's something else that's been bugging me. Can mermaids create 800-year-old immortals at will? As in, you don't really have to eat their flesh?
Actually, you do. You can't become immortal without ingesting a bit of mermaid flesh, even if it's a tiny piece. However, it's not as simple as cutting off a slice. Mermaid flesh withers away the moment it's severed and loses all its efficacy. In order for a mermaid to create a mortal of her own volition, she would have to allow a human to bite her directly.
Oh. How could that happen without the human's consent? I mean, I was barely conscious when I became an undead boy. I mean, an 800-year-old immortal.
Like I said, even the tiniest piece, a mere scrap of their tail would do the trick.
Maybe I was hungry.
You could move someone's jaw while they were unconscious and get them to bite. It's not impossible.
Oh, damn. This was a lot more forceful than I was imagining. So all you have to do is bite a living mermaid and you become immortal?
Pretty much. Though I assume fewer mermaids would consent to that.
So that's how it works. But if the flesh had been severed, ingesting it wouldn't extend your lifespan at all, huh?
That's right. Ordinarily, anyway.
Ordinarily? I mean, there's an exception?
If a mermaid's flesh is cut within the confines of Ryugu, it won't wither away. It just grows back.
Huh. Oh, really? So it was cut in the confines of Ryugu. I'm guessing the shell then that is in the Minakuchi household, right? Was cut in Ryugu and then brought out into the human world, and then it doesn't fade? Maybe? Is that works? Well, I've got you here. I guess I might as well ask. Is there no way to reverse immortality?
You wouldn't be the first 800-year-old immortal to seek that possibility. But unfortunately, the answer is no. The moment you become immortal, you lose your mortal form. For good.
Because that's what I was thinking, like, maybe they could undo it, and that's what Sato was trying to do. I see. Is there no way for an 800-year immortal to die, other than by waiting for their lifespan to end?
No, it is simply impossible. That is what makes it a curse.
Not that I want to experiment, but what would happen if, say, I threw my body into a furnace, or a vat of acid?
The incident resulted in death. You would begin to reform, starting from the part of you with the largest remaining piece of your heart. Every other part of you would then vanish. No matter how beyond repair your body becomes, it will be healed when you resurrect.
I see. Ugh.
On the other hand, you won't be healed if your injuries aren't fatal, no matter how badly hurt you are. For example, taking the furnace scenario you mentioned, if your body remained in the furnace after you resurrected, you would burn to death again, and revive again, and so on in an endless cycle. All while fully conscious.
Shit. That sounds like hell.
My advice, be very careful not to fall into any bottomless pits.
Right. I'll be sure to keep that in mind if I ever go near one. By the way, you mentioned I'd resurrect from the part around my heart. Does that mean if my head was cut off, only my body would regenerate?
Well, yes, that would be the case.
Whoa. What would happen to my consciousness? My memories, my thoughts? All that's stored in my brain, isn't it? Now we're really asking some deep shit. What about that time when my head got cut off in that one scenario?
That's a tough one. As I mentioned, every part of you except the one that resurrects will vanish. So it seems likely that everything inside your head, including your consciousness, would vanish too.
That could happen? Does that mean my regenerated body would have an entirely new consciousness?
Well, it seems 800-year-old mortals do sometimes have fuzzy memories after they resurrect. But I've never known anyone who tried what you're describing. Certainly possible your consciousness would be reinstated, carried over just as it was before.
Oh, this is gonna have something to do with something here, right? Would be reinstated, huh? That's definitely that's gonna be significant in some way. Though I'm not exactly sure how.
Though it's equally possible that it would be divided or become a new entity. There's no way to know unless you decide to test it out yourself.
Divided, huh? Oh. Oh, that moment there. You see how he looked like he looked directly at us. Oh, shit. Okay, I think we might be starting to get a clear picture here of what's happening. So I have two possible scenarios where this might come into play. One, and I'm feeling fairly confident about how this... I feel like this is going to play into it in some way, though I don't fully understand the circumstances. I'm starting to think that I am Yuza. That is actually who I am. I'm like a spirit version or something. Like a piece of like Yuza's head got cut off after he was made immortal, fell to the bottom of the ocean, and like regenerated into a separate Yuza. And that's who I am. Acting... I somehow hopping between worlds and shit. I don't know. I don't know how that exactly would function, but that's like maybe how that one was the Tamatazuki that came out of the ocean and grabbed his hand, you know? Maybe. I just found it was interesting that when he said that, he literally looked directly at us, you know? Divided, huh? But also the other thing, this actually answers the question I was having before, right? Where I was like, wait a minute. How is Tomagashi? Or Tomoshige, yeah. How is Tomoshige potentially able to be maybe Kippe, but also have like a spirit? Is it possible that like he like divided himself as well? And one like died and the other part lived? I mean, how would that work though? How would he divide himself without... Like, we don't really know if he managed to... Like, he got some mermaid flesh, fed it to Asato, right? And then, like, they went to go find more to make himself immortal. I don't know, just because to me it feels like that's the only person that guy could be, because he seems to know her so well, right? And out of all these stories, it's really the only like interaction they've had. And Tomoshige was clearly like a bit unhinged and crazy, right? So I almost wonder if he like divided himself in some way. So I don't really understand the specifics and how this exactly would function, but right now my theory and my thought is that the division could lead to somehow there being me, the spirit, is like another Yuza that is helping this Yuza, and maybe it was the Tamatazuki or something that gave him the information, and also the fact that maybe that's what led to there being maybe two Tomoshiges, a Tomoshige spirit and then one that lived on through all these years. That's just that, I don't know, that's where I think this could potentially be used, right?
Look, I wish I could make this easier on you, but there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Still, so long as you stay put on this island and keep a low profile, I'm prepared to leave you be. You managed to keep your immortality a secret for 5 years now, after all.
Thank you. I swear I'll do everything in my power not to get found out. So please, don't arrest me and bury me underground. It would suck major ass.
But I'm curious, what were you intending to do if you found a way to meet Sobe?
Honestly, first I just wanted to thank her for saving me, but now I want to tell her she's a dumb bitch. After what you've told me, that's changed.
How so?
Well, now I'm more curious as to hear about why she decided to make me an 800-year immortal, and about what happened with my mom that day.
Can't say I blame you. I understand where you're coming from, but it just can't be done.
Oh. Oh, because I think that is it. You know, actually, you know what it is? The part of him separated, went down into the ocean, and traveled to Ryugu. I think that's what I am. I think I'm the part of him that traveled to Ryugu. I'm in the afterlife, essentially. This is what it's like, giving me this, like, omniscient presence. I think that is it. Maybe that was done for this express purpose, that at some point he would need to do that in order to, like, stop the Curse of the Raging Waves, right? I don't know how they would know that, but even if I can't meet her, isn't there some way I could learn the truth?
Well, you can't ask her directly or communicate with her in any way. But you know, I heard you have no memory of the incident 5 years ago. Is that true?
Huh? Well, yeah. The doctor reckons it's because of the shock. And I think this actually might be the case where he really truly does not remember. He said he remembered some things, but I actually think that might be the case of, again, maybe his head got cut off. My memories of meeting a mermaid are really hazy.
Then isn't it possible Sobe told you something that day? If so, the memory of what you heard must be buried in the depths of your subconscious.
If I could find a way to remember it, but I wouldn't even know how to start. Where would I find my memory of a mermaid?
I don't know. The only piece of advice I have for you is to think back. Delve into your memories and scour them from corner to corner.
The deep sea minigame.
Think about it. You must have encountered Sobe before. All you need to do is locate your memory of that time. Alright then, better head back. Or your friend will start to wonder what's happened to you.
Right. Thanks for answering my questions. Man, it's just getting wild, dude. It's just getting weird. Welcome back. Everything okay, Yuza? Of course. If it wasn't, I'd have had to make a dramatic entrance. Wait, what do you say? Wait. I've had to make a dramatic entrance. Ha! Glad to see your usual dodgeball self. There's nothing to worry about then. Zombie! All right. Breaking the curse.
400 years ago, an Onmyoji sealed the entrance to Ryugu in an attempt to contain the curse of the raging waves.
Actually, I think that might be right, because then almost like a, you know what it is? The door to Ryugu opened 3 months ago. So I think a piece of Yuza that's essentially been like reviving and dying and drowning and reviving and drowning and reviving and drowning for all this time, trapped down in a big hole for like all these years. Ryugu opened. I think he got pulled in, like brought in there. Oh yeah, I'm liking this theory, man. This is feeling pretty good. I feel like this is making in-world sense to some extent.
And left behind the instructions on how the curse could be broken after 400 years had elapsed. There are 3 steps that must be followed.
Just 3, huh? First, thou must unbind my seal, risen from the depths within the iron box. Second, thou must offer the still-tied mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice to the sanctuary. Third, let those who share the blood with the lost souls of Taishima be the ones to offer appeasement.
That should be the wording if I remember correctly. Let's consider each of the steps in turn. First is to the iron box. That refers to the container in which these instructions were kept. It surfaced when the entrance to Ryugu was unsealed. It stands to reason that the seal mentioned in the first step must also have appeared somewhere.
What is this seal, anyway?
It's the Onmyoji's own symbol. The same symbol used to seal the entrance to Ryugu. This is what it looks like. I expect we'll find a mark identical to the one on this map somewhere on the seafloor.
Hey, I think I've done that already. So this is okay. I think we're finally getting to the thing that I did. I did hours ago when I was searching around the seafloor. The marked location is likely the sanctuary mentioned in the second step. It should be in the vicinity of Kamishima. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, bitch. Hell yeah. Something tells me there's a pretty good chance the seal's already been taken care of.
Huh?
Yeah, finally came back around. I did this so long ago. I was like, what the fuck did I just do? I was like, it's gonna be something important for later. Man, I didn't realize how later would be. See, I found something like that when I was out diving this morning, and I don't know what came over me. I went ahead and yanked the chains off. I was fucking crazy pants. Yeah, and that was that same symbol there.
You what?
Seriously, Yuza? Yeah, I felt pretty guilty about it at the time, but so that's the purpose. That's like, because breaking that thing is really difficult, right? You like need your stats to be like maxed out. So I was sort of thinking to myself, like, what is the purpose of that mini game and like maxing your stats? It's to get to the point where you could break this thing. So if you hadn't done this yet, you'd have to come back around and, you know, grind it out and get it. But I'm sure it's the same mark. So that means you've already completed the first step, right? If anything, you could say unbinding that seal was what all my diving training was for.
That's one way of looking at it. In any case, all's well that ends well. Good work, Yusa.
Hell yeah. My ways of wanton destruction have led me to success, as it always does.
Moving right along. The second step centers around the still-type mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice. It's gotta be the mirror Mari Minakuchi found, which we have just retrieved from the shrine in the bay.
From what I heard, that mirror is what's been holding the curse in check all these years.
That's right, and now must be offered to the sanctuary.
The former site of the Taishima Sanctuary should lie in that area. Perhaps that's the location we seek. The Taishima, okay. In that case. I reckon the hole where I encountered the Tomokazuki is the most likely spot. Aha! After all, it only appeared a few months back. Can't think of anywhere else it could be.
That does seem likely.
The only problem is, there's no way through. Huh? How's that? Well, there's a powerful current in there. Going too far and it drags you down to the depths in an instant. That does not strike me as a natural phenomenon. It is possible the sanctuary lies within. Perhaps one must have the still-tied mirror in hand to pass through safely. That makes sense. I should know, I've been sucked down there a few times.
Then it seems the way forward is clear as far as the first two steps are concerned.
Right, that just leaves the third.
The final instruction stipulates that a descendant of the Taishima Islanders must carry out these tasks, meaning you, Yusa.
So that's why I was called here, huh? Well, I've already undone the Yomiyoji seal, so all that's left is to take the still-tied mirror through that hole and offer it to the sanctuary.
We're counting on you, Yusa. If you pull this off, the curse of the raging wave should be broken for good.
Let's hop to it then. I'll take you out in the boat. Thanks, Azami. So long as it's a job for the patron saint of diving.
The patron saint? Who are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. It's a private joke. But it's hilarious, alright? If you knew about it, you'd laugh your ass off.
Well, I dare say that covers everything we needed to discuss. It's time the two of you were on your way. The curse won't break itself.
Come on, Yusa. The future of Kamishina is riding on you. Right. I'll do everything I can.
Minakuchi, Yusa, if you end this curse, I'll see to it that the rumors about you go away. That you're hailed as the hero of Kamishima. Better, old man.
How about when I'm like fucking 80 years old and I still look like a child?
We still say that, old man? I don't know, I'll be dead. Oh yeah. So get it done.
You hear that, Yusa? It's a chance to clear your name for good. Sounds like a fair deal. You can count on me, Mr. Wakamura, you fat fuck. Ready to roll, Yusa? Got that bronze mirror with you? Yep, got it right here. Ready when you are. So the seal's already taken care of. All you gotta do is check out that hole you found last time, right? Yeah, this will be a piece of cake. It's just there and back. You do it in my sleep. Nothing wrong with being confident, but don't get cocky. Still gotta be careful down there. Good luck, Yusa. I'll be waiting right here. Ooh, alright. Ooh. Well, guys, it's kind of a weird place. Usually I stop out in the story chart, but you know what? I think we're gonna actually stop here for now. I think this is a good spot. Before I deep dive down, and I mean, probably, I'm more than likely I'm going to dive down there and that's going to like end this section, but you know, I don't know, so I don't want to risk going down there and then I get locked in like a whole bunch of other cutscenes, so that seems like the best place to stop for now. Ooh, man, we're definitely getting down to the nitty gritty though. I'm feeling in my bones here. I think either next episode or the episode after the next one is going to be the last one. It feels like we're kind of getting there, which is funny. This ended up being almost like the same number of episodes as the last game. I think the last game was like 12 episodes. I still think this one probably ended up being a bit longer, even though I might end up ending on like slightly fewer episodes. Just because I had a few episodes that were really long. Like I had a few episodes that were like 2 hours long in this playthrough. And my Paranormasight 1 playthrough did not have that. At least not, except maybe the end or something. Funny, I'm guessing you probably would come here and just have to break that seal anyway, right? If you hadn't done it before. But now it's just like, all right, I just go down there and it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh shit though, we still have a lot of questions though, so we're still like Like, I can't imagine it's just gonna be as simple as just going down there, dropping it off, and we're donezo. So we'll have to see. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoy this episode. If you did, please leave a like and a favorite, and subscribe if you're not already. Become a picky penguin aboard the SLP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.